Hi friends, Rachel here with Journal with Ray, and thanks for tuning in to another video. In this video, I will be showing you my August monthly setup. I'm only doing a couple spreads this month, keeping it simple and sweet. In this setup, I will be showing you a one-page calendar, a half-page reading tracker, a half-page brain dump, and a full-page affirmation spread. This month's theme is one of my more fun themes, I think. It's a little more interactive and a little more hands-on. I'm going to be doing an internet theme. So I'm doing lots of like Google Chrome browsers, like iPhone pop-ups, like that kind of style. And I'm going to be adding in a fruity twist. So overall my theme is fruity internet. I'm going to be using orange, yellow, and pink as my main colors to keep this theme very light and summery and fresh. So right now you are watching me make my one-page calendar spread. I'm actually making it sideways, and so it's all going to fit on one page, but it's also going to be a more horizontal layout. I did this in July and I really loved it, so I thought I would incorporate it again in August. So right now I am just drawing out my boxes. If you are looking to recreate this spread in your own bullet journal, these boxes are 5 across and 4 down. What I love the most about this calendar spread is that it's so easy. It's just a couple lines in both directions and you're done. You're able to adapt this to any theme you're doing. It doesn't have to be my internet theme, so you can round the corners if you want to or choose not to. But it's just a really adaptable and flexible calendar spread, and I've always been on the hunt for something like that. So I'm really excited that I found a spread that I think I can incorporate more as the months go by. For almost every part of these pages, I will be using my Pilot Juice 0.38 to ink in all of my lines, but for some reason they weren't completely inking when I was doing this setup, so you'll see me go over my lines just to make sure that they are completely filled in. Know that I recommend these pens 100%, they've been my favorite for over a year now, but just a heads up that sometimes they don't completely ink all the way. However, if you're on the hunt for a beautiful brush pen, the one I'm using here is a Tombow Nosuke. I think I said that correctly, I hope so. This is my favorite brush pen. That was the soft tip. The hard tip I'll use later, and they're both fantastic, and this is actually the second pair that I've bought. I have used these for months now, and they are just the smoothest brush pens I have used, and I am so happy with them. So if you're in the market, you can actually get a 2-pack on Amazon for like $6. So that's pretty affordable and accessible, I think. So if you're in the market for some new brush pens, I definitely would check those out. Now I'm going in with this beautiful Tombow dual brush pen. This is the shade number 912, and it's this beautiful summery tangerine orange color. This color was actually the main inspiration for this fruity theme, so I'm really excited to use it. I haven't used it in a theme before, so I'm very excited to incorporate it. I'm using it here to draw a dot for each date of the month, and I'm going to write the number date on top of each dot. I do this in almost all of my monthly spreads, so this won't be a surprise to anyone, but it's one of my favorite ways to incorporate a little bit more color into your spreads. I am super curious about how you all incorporate colors into your spreads if you enjoy using colors like I do. So if you could comment down below how you like adding colors to your spread, I would really love to know. Maybe we can spread some inspiration to each other and learn some new techniques. That would be really cool if you would take the time to do that. Here I'm using one of my washi samples from my dear friend Ellie at Bullet Journal Ellie on Instagram, and I'm using this beautiful peach washi tape to fill in the empty space at the bottom of the calendar. I am ripping off the edges here because the edges were kind of diagonal and I wanted them to be more straight up and down, so I'm ripping off the edges to achieve that effect the best I can. And then I'm going to layer this yellow tape on top of it as well. Layering washi tape is something I've always done. I always love to do this to add more texture to a page, and I'm really getting back into this technique lately, so that's what I'm doing here with this yellow tape on top of the peach tape. I'm also using some really fun stickers this month. I'm using these 3 sheets. 2 are from Paper Minty Studio and 1 is from artbyangie.jpg. I actually have a discount code for Paper Minty Studio. This has been active for a couple months now. My discount code is Rachel10, so if you enter that code at checkout on Paper Minty Studio's Etsy website, you'll get 10% off your whole order. I do not rep for artbyangie.jpg, but I do highly recommend her sticker sheets. She's an incredible artist, and I would wholeheartedly endorse supporting her shop. So I'll leave a link to both of these shops in the description below, and I hope you will consider supporting small businesses. Alright, so I'm done with my calendar page, and we are moving on to my next set of spreads. And so on the left here, I am making a split page brain dump and reading tracker. The reading tracker is on top and the brain dump will be on the bottom. I don't really call a brain dump anymore. I usually try to call it a thought collector because it sounds a little more refined to me personally. But for the sake of space on this page, I'm simply calling that section thoughts. If you aren't familiar with what a brain dump is, it's just simply an area to write down any random thoughts that come into your head throughout the month. I like to write down random tasks that don't need to be done at a certain time as long as they're done by the end of the month. Sometimes a grocery list, sometimes miscellaneous notes. So that's what I use a brain dump for, but you can really use it for whatever you want to use it for. And the reading tracker, I am just going to track which books I've read, how many pages, and how many I have finished. I have not read in a while. I'm back on my reading kick. I tend to read in cycles. I have a month or two where I'm really into reading, and then I just take like a hiatus for like 3 to 4 months. I don't read a thing. So right now I am at the high point of my wave, if you will call it that, and I have read 2 books already in the last 2 weeks, and I am on my way to finish a 3rd here soon. But I've been to Barnes and I've been to an independent bookstore nearby, and I have really stocked up, so my TBR is pretty long. So if you have any young adult or new adult fantasy recs, please comment them below. I absolutely love young adult and new adult fantasy, so I would love to read some more. So drop your recs below if you have any. I would love that. Besides reading a whole bunch, there's not that much happening in my life right now. If you haven't been keeping up with me for a while, I did just move 2,000 miles across the country from Iowa to Seattle. And so we've been here since the beginning of June. It's been fantastic and I love the area so much. It's so great to say I'm from the PNW now. But, you know, with COVID, I can't get out and explore a whole bunch, but that will come in time. But besides that, I am still applying for jobs and I am reading a bunch. And my partner and I are going to be adopting a cat soon. Hopefully that works out in our favor, but we just went today and we got a whole bunch of supplies to make sure that we would be ready to adopt a cat. You know, we got like the carrier, litter box, all of the things, like the basics that you need to adopt a cat. And I'm very excited. I'm hoping to adopt a cat in the next week, but you know, we'll see how our luck goes. But of course, if we adopt a furry friend, I will post it to my Instagram at Journal with Ray, just like my YouTube channel name. So if you want to keep in touch and see if I've adopted a cat, please follow me over there. But I really hope we get a cat. I have this idea of like a little black cat or a tortie, so I don't really know. We'll see which cat we vibe with, and of course any cat is a good cat. But I'm very excited. I feel like I'm excited about everything, but I guess it's not a bad thing. But I just can't wait to see what kind of cat we adopt, and I hope that the kitty will be happy. But this is not my first time having a cat. My family had a cat. Nerd's never had a cat before. He's only had dogs. So this will be a really great experience for both of us, I think. You know, besides adopting a cat, looking for a job, moving, not much else is new. We're just doing our best to stay inside and stop the spread, you know? But I think that's why I'm more open to doing this more doodly theme this month. Usually I would be totally against this much drawings. I would think that's way too much effort and not worth the time and not helping me be efficient with my journal. But since, you know, I have the time, since I'm home most of the day, if not all of the day usually, I have time to sit down and doodle. So I think that'll be really good for me. And I'm honestly really happy that I've started drawing again, because I haven't drawn in a while, so I think this will really help me get back into that old hobby. And I know I'm just drawing like rounded edges on rectangles for this theme, but like it's really fun and I've really been enjoying it. Right here I am just drawing lines to finish up my reading tracker. On these lines I'm going to write the title and the author of the books I have read this month. I'm just going to add some washi to this page and then we'll move on to my last spread. I was pretty picky about my washi for this page. I just couldn't really figure out what I wanted. I couldn't figure out the lengths or the colors, so bear with me as I move these washi tapes around way too many times and make them shorter. You're probably thinking, Rachel, why do you do this to yourself? But I can't help it. I love washi tape and I just want it to look so nice and so textured on the page. The one I'm putting down right here, this pink, white, yellow, marbly kind of looking washi tape. I forgot I had this tape for the longest time. I was looking through my stash and I thought it was perfect. I think my friend Rachel, Hello Rachel the First, let me take that one when I visited her last time. I might have bought it somewhere. I'm not sure, but I'm like 92% sure that she gave that tape to me. Regardless, it's beautiful and I love it so much. And And here I am putting down a sticker where I'm also indecisive about where it should go. Spoiler alert, I don't put it on this page at all, but I tried. You gotta give me props for that. But don't worry, I will use that really cute soda sticker on the next page once I figure out where I want it to go. I haven't used the Game Boy sticker yet, but I do plan to use that in a weekly spread. But I haven't shown any weekly spreads in this video, unfortunately, but I'm hoping to film one in the next couple of weeks. So keep your eyes peeled for that, but I will use that sticker, I promise. Here, I'm actually going to cut this washi a little bit thinner. It was too thick for what I wanted on this page. So I'm just trimming it down a little bit, and then I'm going to stick it back on. I'm going to layer some more washi like I've been doing on other parts of the page, and then we will move on to the last page that I'm doing. I will warn you, the last page is kind of a disaster, but that's okay. We make mistakes, and I don't show all of the mistakes I've made, but I will talk through them so you know that it is normal to make mistakes in your journal and that it's okay. You just gotta work with it and adapt with your journal. So this top part is going to say positive affirmations. I haven't done a spread like this before, at least that I can remember. I'm going to write down positive things that I love about myself throughout the month. I'm really bad at negative self-talk, and so I really want to make August a month of self-love. I know I said that every month, but I'm really serious about it, and I want to give myself the love I deserve. While self-love is a beautiful thing, the first mistake happened immediately after I lettered that header. And so this is supposed to be like a pop-up for like an automatic update, and so the title says automatic update will be installed on July 1st or something along those lines. And I just wrote July instead of August. It's supposed to say August 1st, like the first of the month. Thankfully, I did fix it after I finished filming. I did make it say July 31st, like it's the end of the month. It'll be updated before the first of the next month. So thankfully, I was able to make a quick fix and change that. So don't hold your breath if you see me right here, right July 1st. I will go in and put a 3 before the 1. You'll just see that in the end up close and personal shots. And then I just couldn't draw the rest of those boxes. I don't know what it was. I was struggling with all those rounded edges. I know I just said it was so fun, but y'all, I was having a rough time. So I decided to just cover it all with craft paper. I couldn't deal with all the messed up lines. So I'm just going to cover it with craft paper, and I will write on it with markers and darker pens throughout the month. And I just decorated a little bit with my layered washi. This is a pink grid washi. It's a little more transparent. I thought it was kind of pretty and pastel on the page. I'm layering it with this gold foiled washi. So that's all I'm doing for this page, and so that completes my positive affirmation page. Let's do a quick flip through and we are all done. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning into this Plan With Me video, and I hope you'll subscribe and catch me on the next one. Stay home, stay safe, and I love you all lots. Bye!